the station that's on your side. This is News 12, NBC 26 at 11.
A crash that looks like a scene from Grand Theft Auto caught on camera, now raising awareness about Georgia's Move Over law.
But first, a shooting in Aiken took the life of a 19-year-old from Graniteville. It happened last night on Red Street near Tennessee Avenue. Aiken's Department of Public Safety says Amari Williams died in his car after being shot in the head.
His fiancée was in the passenger seat when a car came up and someone shot into the window. He died at a hospital. Our Alyssa Lyons spoke with Amari's mother, who says she only began grieving Amari's brother, who just died 4 months ago. Alyssa.
That's exactly right. It was just a routine trip to the park. Amari Williams, his fiance, his 17-year-old friend Malaysia, all waiting for Williams' nephew to make the trip down the street to play. It ended with the family now crying for help. It's too quiet for a place that feeds off laughter, life, because the life of 19-year-old Amari Williams was taken there.
We were sitting there, just playing music, just chilling in the car.
1 minute.
They point at the girl in the back seat, just like this.
1 moment.
They drove to the stop sign. They stopped. They backed up.
She'll never forget.
And I laid in his lap until he died.
I hit the floor. Just not again.
It's the second son Courtney Davis has lost in 4 months. Mari's brother Quan died in January of an accidental overdose. This, Amari's fiance says, was no accident.
It was meant for her because we stayed home. We stayed in Beach Island. We never came. The only time we came to Aiken was to drop off my son, and when we would drop him off, we would hang out with her.
Now they're left begging why.
It's so big. I have to lose my baby.
Because 1 moment can leave only this behind.
They not even making it to 35 now. My baby was 19.
I reached out to the Aiken Department of Public Safety. They say while this is an ongoing investigation, they do not feel as though there are any safety threats stemming from this, but they confirmed it does not appear to be a random act.
Just a tragedy all the way around there. A teenager lost to another bit of gun violence. Alyssa, thank you. A man's recovering at a hospital after a shooting in Augusta this afternoon. This one happened just before 3 on Cooney Circle at Jennings Place. When deputies got there, they found a man had been shot at least once. He was taken to the hospital for treatment. No word yet tonight on his condition or a suspect.
Going to give you a live look at downtown Augusta. All city operations back up and running. Alec Murdaugh said to make an appearance in court tomorrow on federal charges. Last week, he was indicted by a federal grand jury for wire fraud and bank fraud. This one surrounds 3 different schemes to scam clients out of money while he was a personal injury attorney.
Former First Lady Rosalind Carter has dementia. Her family made that announcement earlier today. It comes as former President Jimmy Carter went into hospice care earlier this year. Her family says she continues to live happily at home with her husband, enjoying spring in Plains, Georgia, and visits with loved ones. The Carters have been married for 77 years, making them the longest for a president and First Lady in U.S. history.
A missing teenager who has autism has been found dead. 16-year-old Connor Mathis didn't show up for dinner at a church camp he was attending at Camp Jekyll on the coast. Georgia State Patrol says Connor had a high-functioning form of autism. Other campers said he mentioned wanting to go to the beach, so they focused a lot of the search there. The Camden County Sheriff's Office says deputies discovered Connor's body in the surf off Jekyll Island Beach.
9 people are recovering after a deck collapsed over the weekend in Midway, Georgia. What was supposed to be a birthday celebration turned into a traumatic event for a family when that top deck gave way. The people injured range from 1 to 90 years old, and most of them only have fractures and cuts, but one person is still in the ICU.
In Burke County, a 100-year-old church has heavy damage. The pastor of Blunt Hill Baptist Church says a technician caught 3 teens vandalizing the building Friday night. Reverend Lewis Williams says he's been at that church for 30 years and he's never had any trouble. Here's what he had to say when he saw the damage.
See, when I got in, I looked in the church and I said, Lord have mercy. I said, devil, what I do? And W is wild. They were like a rolling line.
The Burke County Sheriff's Office says the teens have been arrested and charged with burglary and criminal damage. A wild crash on Highway 84 in Lowndes County in southwest Georgia taken off on social media, and you'll see why. This car jumps a tow truck. Wait for it. You're going to see this video coming up. You're looking at video from the sheriff's deputy's body cam across the street. This is down in Lowndes County, Georgia. Look at that.
Like a stunt.
It does. It looks like a scene from Grand Theft Auto. It's now raising awareness about the state's move over law. Several other officers were already on scene for another incident when the car went airborne and crashed. But pretty wild.
Control the load that I am towing. I can control where it's at once I arrive on scene, and I can control how it gets off my truck. The only thing I cannot control is the people driving by. That is the worst nightmare.
So it's raising awareness about Georgia's move over law, which requires drivers to slow down or move over a lane when coming on an emergency vehicle on the side of the road. No word yet on the condition of the driver who flew over that truck or what charges they can be facing. But if you violate the move over law, you can get a fine of $500 and up to 3 points on your license.
Countless community members are mourning the loss of a fallen firefighter in Irmo. Friday, 25-year-old James Muller was trapped inside a massive apartment fire in Columbia. He died later at a hospital. Irmo's fire chief says Muller was the epitome of what a firefighter should be and will be dearly missed. A presidential candidate set to make his first appearance in the Palm.
Tomorrow, Piedmont Augusta holding a ribbon cutting and grand opening celebration for their new facility in Harlem. It's the first of its kind in the Piedmont system, and the goal of this third Columbia County location is for convenience and accessibility for those out near Appling and Harlem.
Well, as you're heading out the door this evening, we're still tracking a few isolated showers out there, and that summer-like pattern will continue over the next couple of afternoons, and those temperatures are expected to stay below average. We'll break down the full forecast when we come back.
It also had 10 puppies dumped on the side of a road in Burke County. Now they're healthy, looking for a new home. Well, you need to know to make one of them yours when we come back.
We know you don't watch all of the news.
We know you have your favorite parts, like the anchors. Pretty sure it's for award-winning First Alert weather. And you know our sports coverage is a hole-in-one.
Maybe you like connecting the dots to get to the truth. Well, we do like to mix up your mornings.
Now you can get what you want on our YouTube channel.
Clips and segments from all of our local programs, uploaded just as soon as it happens. So whatever part of our news you like, you can watch it anytime you want.
Subscribe for free today.
Wow.
You remember these cute little guys? Last week we told you someone dumped these 10 puppies on the side of Bellevue Plantation Road in Burke County.
And now they're up for adoption, every single one of them. Emma Ellis got a chance to spend some time with those puppies looking for a new home.
These puppies are full of energy, and each one has its own unique personality.
You got your ones that want to sit back and kind of be cool, calm, and collected, and you got the ones that want to lay in your lap and sleep, and then you also got the couple that are bouncing all over you, want to be all up in you and everything else.
Seeing them all here playing, it's hard to imagine anyone dumping them on the side of the road.
Just found out that a person driving a silver sedan came down and dropped the puppies off, and nobody managed to get a tag number or seeing exactly where they came from or which direction that they were heading back out once they finished dumping off the puppies.
Now these puppies will be available starting on June 1st, and they open at 1 o'clock. All puppies adopted from Burke County Animal Shelter will have received their first round of vaccinations by the time you take them home.
We definitely encourage people to come down and adopt if they're ready for another pet. But we only ask for them to adopt if they're actually ready for it. That's a full-time commitment.
If you feel the tug at your heartstrings, they'll be ready.
Burke County Animal Services opens at 1 o'clock Thursday. And just a reminder, adoptions for those pups, they're first come, first served. So give them a call and get there early. But
it's a lot of cute puppies all in one place.
How did you just leave them on the side of the road?
I think I heard you say don't look at them directly in the eyes.
Do not.
I was thinking the same thing, guys, especially when we saw one of the first pictures of them. They're just so tiny and they're so cute. How could someone do that? It's just
let's go tonight.
Very tough.
Let's go. That's it. We're done.
If I go down there, it's not gonna work out well. Storm is gonna have many buddies. He's gonna have a whole bunch.
I'll take them all.
That would happen, Richard. That might happen.
And
so
the
I gotta
lady from Bridesmaids, she's just like got a whole van full of puppies.
Exactly. Yeah, those guys are pretty cute for sure. Hopefully they can all get adopted, which I'm sure they will. I'm sure they're gonna go pretty quickly. Well, as we go out the door tonight.